Stadium 2, and talk is cheap from Inferno. It's been a lot of talking as of late with these resets, but now it's time to finally get going. This time we're seeing actually Adrian take a little bit of a more aggressive approach. I think that that's something that Link will have over Banjo for sure. He's got a lot faster frame rate, particularly with that neutral.
Yeah, especially if you do get him into disadvantage, Link's pressure at ledge is very crazy, especially with that Nair. However, Inferno managed to get back to mid-stage.
And that down air just barely sneaking around Banjo's phenomenal up air. That's one of his more underrated moves. It doesn't do a ton of damage, doesn't set up for a ton, but if you don't have good aerial drift to work around it, he can just shark you all day with that move.
Yeah, absolutely. It's also, I don't know if it's just me, but it's those moves that feel like they should be single hit but are multi-hit that always make me like, oh.
Yeah, I drop my shield after, like, I parry it once and always get hit by the second hit. It's so frustrating. It's like, why does that have two?
Strong on the wing.
Yeah, getting out of disadvantage. Do not touch me, sir. We're at that percentage where I'm just about to talk about any smash attack will do it, but I guess he can go ahead and show us that.
There's going to be a lot of explosions. We've already, we didn't quite get to see it first stock with Adrian being on the offensive, but now we're seeing the classic projectiles at war.
Yeah, and Banjo's actually doing a pretty good job of using the eggs to, like, stop Link's bomb. Now, Adrian hadn't really had a lot of opportunities to get it set up when both players are grounded. That jab hit behind him, and Adrian got the parry. What a god. I would not have expected that one. All right, bomb is down. Like, yeah. Finally, though, ledge pressure. And did that actually snipe out the grenade?
That'd be pretty cool if it did. It might have just been the grenade timer, granted, but if that actually did explode the grenade, that could be pretty useful in the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Banjos do like that grenade ladder where they go off stage, toss a grenade, grab it, up B, and then up B again. If you can snipe those with arrows, and that's a powerful option.
Oh gosh, that'd be crazy. But Adrian has a pretty solid lead right now. So the neutral that we were seeing before, Inferno might have to start getting more creative with his approaches.
Oh, for sure. I definitely agree. Right now, like, we're seeing this neutral air just come out and snuff out these projectiles, and then Adrian seems like perfectly happy to toss out boomerangs and arrows and trade with eggs, because, I mean, his projectiles do a ton more damage.
Yeah, if you're Link against Banjo, you're pretty much always going to win the projectile trade in terms of advantage, like percent-wise, and even knockback-wise. Link's projectiles tend to be a bit better, but...
Tried to go off stage for the up B. I respect it.
That kills? Wow.
I think that was a little bit sus to the eye, but dang, that was completely unexpected.
The rising Nair. Taking game one for Adrian.
Good performance there. I think that the difference between Stock 1 and Stock 2, where Adrian started to pull away, is that he really slowed down. He decided to control tempo for mid-distance rather than trying, like, full long-range camping people out with arrows. I like that option.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely in the lead pretty much the entire game, so both kind of play styles he was doing well in, but towards the middle of the second stock, when you can really see the game slow down, it gives both of the players a chance to show how good they are in specifically projectile-based neutral.
Very true. So now getting on to game 2, the question becomes, what stage do we go? I'd actually like to see a smaller one here. I think that Banjo does really well on stages like, or can do really well on stages like Smashville when he's facing a character that's got a heavier projectile game than him. Like, the platforms give him really good angles with eggs to just two-frame people with them or just mess with people's recoveries. And Link is susceptible to that, particularly if he doesn't have bomb.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus on smaller stages, Wonder Wing as a burst option becomes a lot more viable because there's a lot less room for you to react to it, but it could also bite you again with you not being able to set your own projectiles, but I guess we'll see what stage we get.
True. All right, let's get started here with game 2 in this battle of the projectile characters. Will Link again finish this off with a 2-0, or does this counter pick, Town and City is going to be. Does this one actually end up working out for Banjo?
Okay, we already see Inferno coming on the offensive here. Pretty much the complete opposite of last game.
And the opposite of what I'd expect. He picked a bigger stage and then ran in. It's an interesting choice. Perhaps he likes it for the platform layouts.
He definitely caught Adrian off guard, but now again we're seeing pretty much the linchpin of the matchup in which projectiles space around each other better.
Gets out of disadvantage and out of corner right away with that Wonder Wing. Good usage right there. Yeah, Arrow snipes out the grenade. We've seen that interaction a couple times, but Adrian gets smacked for trying to approach, but the up B in response to Wonder Wing. Great job by Adrian pulling the trigger.
Oh.
So remember how that aggressive start that we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing of the past, it looks like.
Percents are very dead even right now, so it's anyone's idea who's going to approach next, but Inferno is always, at least in this game, seems to be ready to convert off these stray hits.
Yeah, this is night and day. It seems when he goes long range, he feels a lot more confident from those platforms with the arcs his projectiles take.
Yeah, I know you were talking about how platforms, even if you were referring to smaller stages, but platforms helping with the egg angles. And Town and City has so many platforms, you can definitely do a lot of stuff with it. I mean, not right now.
Yeah, as soon as you say it, we get the final D transition. But yeah, your point is well taken. A little bit of a bonk right there from that Wonder Wing, but gets out of the corner. And that grenade, though, a bit of an unsafe landing directly in front of Adrian. The grenade does not cover the approach well enough.
Oh, lingering out for a pretty long time, enough to catch Adrian in the midst of it, evening up the stocks.
That scoop animation picked Adrian up from the side and below. I didn't even know that move hit below him.
You never really know until you see it happen. There's a lot of stuff in this game, especially with scoop hitboxes, that kind of just goes undiscovered until the big moment.
There's a lot of jank in this game that goes undiscovered. Yeah. There's just a lot of weird interactions, but 75 characters, you're going to get a couple of them every now and then.
Ooh, not quite able to punish that down air. Oh!
Are you dead? Nice job by Adrian. So aggressive, using his up B to cut through any attempts at landing there. Good character knowledge that he knows that he's just going to beat out any area he toss out.
Oh, not quite getting that up tilt.
So, berry animations are weird in this game. Some characters you have to walk forward against. I feel like a lot of the berry characters need like one down throw into like attack before they know if they have to walk forward or not. So, unfortunately, though, this is coming when Inferno is at a big deficit here. He cannot afford to have this stock last much longer. So, that one check might come back to bite him.
Okay, finally managing to secure it with the Wonder Wing, but you're at a 60% deficit and only have 4 of your main, I wouldn't say gimmick, but burst option, I guess.
That's a good way to put it.
You really got to start thinking about how you're going to use maybe some kind of aggression, because I know he's been playing it slow all game, but...
And then he accidentally messes up a B reversal and just retreats to the other side. So 3 Wonder Wings left. The other thing is that you have to remember that this is a very important move for recovery, but we're not even going to see it.
Wow. Adrian taking it 2-0.
And a good job right there of just staying calm, cool, and collected in face of the barrage of egg-based projectiles from Banjo and Kazooie to take that game. So he's going to advance in the bracket. We are actually not doing a bracket tonight. My apologies. We are doing Swiss. So we will have 5 rounds. At the end of it, the player with the best record will go ahead and take home the trophy. So let's see if we can't give the folks an update here. It looks like